Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is another pick a card reading for love. This time, I thought I'd introduce you guys to my new deck, the Green Witch Tarot, which I'm really excited about. I don't know this deck very well, so I'm going to be reading a little bit out of my guidebook. Actually, I'm just going to read the guidebook to you. But I also thought I would, pull a clarifier for my Doreen Virtue Goddess Guidance deck, to make it easier for me to channel a little bit of information too. So let's see what comes through. Go ahead and hold in your mind your question related to love, or whatever person or situation that you have questions about or you want some clarity about, and we'll see what comes through. And if you guys are into this, then like, comment, and subscribe. And I am available for personal love readings. You can check out the description below for information on that. So number 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The timestamps are below if you want to fast forward. We're going to get started with number 1. So what message do you need to hear when it comes to love, related to your question? So, first of all, I'm getting this energy like this area of your life right now, it feels kind of intense. You feel kind of unsure, and I feel like this recent full moon and this eclipse and everything we've been going through has really weighed heavily on you. Like maybe this area of your life wasn't really something you were thinking much about until recently. It's kind of come back up as a theme. And so immediately they're saying to you, you've been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. It's funny, sometimes like I'll sit down, with my cards and I'll get ready to do a reading on something and I'll pull this card first, and if I have the opportunity to, depending on where I am, because sometimes I do these readings when I'm traveling actually, I will try to go outside, if possible, into my garden and take some deep breaths and just realize maybe I'm not supposed to be doing readings, maybe I'm not supposed to be asking questions, maybe I'm worked up and worried about whatever it is I'm trying to ask questions about because I haven't been in balance. We forget how important nature is and how much a part of it we are. And I can feel a tangent coming on, so I'm going to stop. But I want you to know that this card means business. If you can, quite literally go outside, put some headphones on, listen to the rest of this outside under a tree or something, like this dude right here. So let's see what your message is, though. This card has got to be it for you. Because they're like, by the way, you need to chill out, go outside. Whoa! I just flipped the book straight to this. That's, okay, so this is a message. This is a message. I don't do that very often. Sometimes I'll be in the middle of reading, I get a card, bam, I flip the book right to that page, and I'm like, okay, there's something going on here. I can count on my hand the number of times that happened, and you just witnessed it. Coincidence? Maybe. So, your love reading. This card shows economic power and the ability to realize one's ambitions. There is a talent for business and a kindly interest in giving sound economic advice. Really interesting. Maybe it's like you're very focused on your business right now, and it's hard for you to think about love, and when you do, it's overwhelming, and you're just like, I can't. And so, they're like, go outside, chill out, maybe get grounded, do some healing, go to the ocean, go to the lake, go to some body of water, get balanced, and see what your heart and your soul, like what comes up, what your heart and your soul wants to express in this area. They're saying stability and success are possibly achieved through a lifetime of work or finding the field of one's highest aptitude to focus upon for commercial profit. So this is what you're focused on. Personal creativity may be manifested through sound business sense, but there is also an inherent social responsibility. Here is someone who is willing to instruct others or give them advice so they can work toward their own economic goals. The King of Pentacles shows that good plans have been put to use with practical wisdom for strong economic gains. This card indicates a successful leader, perhaps a manager or corporate officer or self-employed entrepreneur, who knows how to get things done while still being sensitive to the needs of employees. So start thinking about who this is reminding you of. Maybe this is you, but I'm also getting the sense that perhaps this is starting to describe the person that some of you guys have had in your mind for this reading. So perhaps this is confirmation for some of you guys who are wondering, like, should I take a step forward with this person? Or maybe you're worried about if things are going to work out. So if this is sounding like that person, maybe this is just confirmation, like to just get outside, rest. You know, maybe once this moon cycle passes, things are going to, you know, be revealed to you. Maybe it is meant to be that you're on this path with this person. I also see that some of you guys, it's not a time for love, you know. It's a time to really be focused here on your business. They're saying there is a strong sense of purpose in what is attempted, so that through a methodical approach, ideas are manifested. So take things slow when it comes to love, and, you know, take things one step at a time here. If there's a person that you're starting a relationship with, this might also say, like, this is the attitude you need to develop. You need to be, make sure this person's trustworthy. You know, don't open your heart up so fast to them. You know, start taking steps towards, you know, maybe making your intentions known to this person. They're saying, you know, there might be some challenges when it comes to love right now, but what's really highlighted for you is the power you have through your work right now. So, methodical, economic power, sensible financing, strong business sense, financial advice, those are things that are coming up related to this reading. So once again, it's like, what does this have to do with love? This could be a sign that maybe the person that you're wondering about in this reading is very focused on their work, and perhaps that's why things are kind of off between you, or maybe you're not manifesting what it is when you want when it comes to this situation. Maybe it's time for you to be focused on this as well, because there's a lot of peace and happiness and contentment and fulfillment in this card, but I do see someone who's alone. So maybe that's hard for some of you guys to accept. Maybe some of you guys who pulled this one are single and you're like, what? Come on. Like, you know, are you gonna tell me that my soulmate's coming or something? Hey, you never know. Maybe if you picked another card. Just kidding. Maybe try another one of my love readings. You'll have a better shot. I'm just kidding. But they're saying, like, maybe this person's coming into your life. Maybe you're worried, but, like, they're saying stay connected to your career here and, like, what's moving forward. Like, focus on what's moving forward in your life. You know, if this isn't moving forward, if your love life isn't moving forward, don't worry. This could be like an omen or a sign that there's a person who meets these characteristics. Don't worry, maybe if this isn't attractive to you, don't worry, maybe they don't actually look like that. You're like, please no. Maybe you're not really into the whole, like, gray hair beard thing. Just kidding. Someone who fits these characteristics could be coming into your life. You know, this person who is a, you know, they're an entrepreneur, they're self-employed, they're sensitive, they have a strong sense of purpose, methodical approach, and, yeah, maybe that's someone you need in your life. Maybe you want stability, maybe you want that kind of person in your life. And so, interesting. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about this message. First time I've done one of these readings with these cards, so. Alright, so if you picked number 2. Number 2. Okay. You have something that you want to offer someone, perhaps, when it comes to love, but you're afraid to speak your truth, because I'm getting this, like, you're high priestess, you have knowledge to share with others, you have wisdom, and, like, this has to do with your throat chakra and, like, being creative and speaking your truth and feeling confident to just, like, get those words out there. And it's like you have something you want to offer someone, but you're afraid. You're afraid to say something. You're afraid to make that offer. You're afraid to, like, walk through that door. So perhaps there's, like, an open door with someone in your life. Maybe there's someone that you want to walk in the direction of connecting with, but the door's open, but it's like you're afraid. And, like, she has all these things to offer. And there's this swan, and it's like a sign of, like, gracefulness and beauty. And so there's, like, and the swan also it's kind of like, it reminds me of this other deck I have, this Swan card, where it talks about leaving a difficult time behind. So this looks like a very happy, peaceful, beautiful card. And there's this light here, and it makes me think like there's a really beautiful, cozy environment inside here, and it's like comfortable where she's headed. But I see, I'm going to turn to this card and see what it means. First time I'm working with this deck, so one of the first times. But yeah, it's like you're afraid for some reason, and yeah, oh my gosh, this card, it means agonizing over a decision. That's what it says here. So yeah, you're agonizing over some decision when it comes to love. And it says, okay, taking a new path to the unknown requires courage. And so there's an unknown path here. You could be leaving a situation behind, you could be trying to head to a new situation. Maybe you like are a couple Tinder dates in with a person and you're feeling like, man, maybe this is like they're gonna invite you over for like a first date, like you're gonna cook for them and you're like, this is the date, oh my gosh, like is this person, are we compatible? Maybe you want to tell someone your feelings, or you're I feel like you're like getting closer to someone or something, because that's what this is talking about. You're getting close to something, you're feeling closer. So this I'm gonna read you guys from the guidebook because I'm still learning, but this is a beautiful guidebook. I'll try to read it, like I'll try to sound interesting. Try not to get too dyslexic. It says, this is the card that expresses the need to avoid agonizing over a decision. This decision is a matter of personal choice, so if it is something one desires to do, then one may proceed. So it's like, when it comes to this area of your heart, when it comes to love, like, do what you want. Sometimes you can freak out because of the expectations of other people. Maybe you have, like, family and, like, they are pressuring you to, you know, find someone, or maybe you have a situation where you're worried, like, if your friends are gonna like the person or something, or you're worried about maybe leaving something behind and heading into something new. Maybe you're worried about, you know, making that connection and putting yourself out there. There's just so many things that are coming to my mind. I feel like I'm tapping into a lot of you guys who are watching. And so they're basically just like, do what you want when it comes to love, when it comes to your heart. Like, do what your soul truly wants and what will really make you happy. The choice to proceed may be a leap of faith, and once it is made, one should not worry about the decision. So they're just like, take that leap, you know, leap and the net will appear. Here, the person in the picture needs to decide if she will stay in this cottage, making repairs and cleaning it up to be a comfortable home, or if she should look elsewhere. Evaluating the possibilities may be part of making a decision, considering which elements are appealing and which are objectionable. But don't overthink the matter. Here, the woman stands at the threshold to the unknown. Or it could be a man, because I am feeling a male energy, like there's some men watching. This isn't always about gender, it's just an illustration. There may be a sense of sorrow or loss involved, something that has led up to this decision time, but this should not cloud the person's ultimate decision of whether or not to proceed. At present, the way is uncertain, but once that first step is taken, the way becomes clear. This card may appear in readings for people who leave home for long periods of time or who are moving to a new location. So yeah, you know, absent separation, you know, resolving conflicts or problems thoughtfully, a new life, independence, transition, upheaval, discarding unnecessary fears for a leap into the faith, leaps of faith. These are all themes that are coming up. And so I guess I promised myself I wouldn't do this because I was like, I need to make this quick. I don't have much battery left, but I'm going to ask, like, you know, what you can do to move forward, because it's great that I can, like, tell you, like, where you're at right now, but you're probably like, what? And then what? How can you speak your truth and, like, better make this decision? Like, they're obviously saying follow your heart. Like, this choice needs to come from your heart, and, like, you know, maybe you're overthinking because your logical mind might be in conflict, but let's see what the advice is for you. Advice. It says share your abundance. They're saying that, like, you don't have to worry, like, you need to follow your heart here, but there's a lot of abundance surrounding you right now in your life, and that's what I was seeing here. Like, you left a difficult time behind, you're carrying all this abundance. they're saying, like, share it with this person who comes into your life. There's someone coming into your life, or if there already is someone, like, move forward, like, share, like, be happy, like, gather around, like, go in the direction of what gives you this feeling. Like, what would give you this feeling? You know, if you're, because it says agonizing over a decision. If you're having a hard time making a decision, like, what would truly give you this feeling? So, I hope that helps. All right, more love reads. Number three. Let's do this. This is a fun card. It's telling you, like, you're lit right now. Like, if you're not already feeling this way, you will be soon. There's a lot of inspiration coming in. There's abundance and fertility, and it's time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. So this is sticking out to me. Maybe there's some of you guys, when it comes to love, who are going to be expecting a child, or this is a sign, a confirmation that, like, yes, maybe this is time to get impregnated or to impregnate someone. I'm just kidding. No, but for real, this could literally mean, like, childbirth, and I'm feeling that, like, some people are wondering. But this is time. It's time for you to make something new happen here when it comes to your love life. And this moon is making me think about manifestation. Like, you might not be realizing it, but you're manifesting every moment of the day through your thoughts and through your intentions, through your feelings, through your actions. And I feel like this area has been on your mind a lot. And so you already have some manifestations and, like, some energy and momentum built towards this. And so, like, what's needed is for you to actually, like, set a goal or, like, set an intention and, like, take action. If taking action scares you when it comes to love, maybe just set your goal. At least know what your intention is. Like, you want to move forward. Like, maybe you, like, want to put yourself out there and go meet someone. Maybe you want to, like, take your current relationship to the next level. Maybe you want to pop the question. Maybe you want to impregnate someone. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm also seeing the Wheel of the Year, and I mentioned at the beginning of this video that I haven't really worked with this deck much, and so I'm going to be reading you from the guidebook, but it's a really awesome guidebook, so I hope this isn't annoying. I usually just flow these readings, but I know what the Wheel of the Year means, though. It means things are changing, the wheel's turning, and this eagle, it's like connection to spirit. You have a very strong connection right now with spirit and, like, with your energy. You're more in harmony, and it's like you're ready to really do this whole life thing. You're like, let's do this. I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna find my person. I'm gonna make some magic here. And so, yeah, it's like you're seeking a person. You want that person who fulfills you. And this says that there's an upswing of good luck coming and an omen of success, and it's time for you to try new ideas. The Wheel of the Year also stands for destiny, fate, an advantageous surprise. So has there been an advantageous surprise in your life when it comes to love? Are you at the beginning of a new relationship and wondering if it's gonna work out? Well, this is definitely good advice for that. It's a good omen for that. It's also, for those of you guys who are single, it's talking about an opportunity for a transition. So I see, like, you picked this as very positive. It's like, if you had a question, the answer is yes, probably. But I'm going to read this to you. This card shows the seasons of the year as the Sabbat quarters of Yule, Ostara, Letha, and Mabon, along with the Sabbat cross quarters that occur in between those solstices and equinoxes. Imbolc, Beltane, oh my gosh, I feel so horrible, I can't even read this word, and Samhain. Presented as, I'm horrible at, like, being pagan and whatnot. Presented as an old-fashioned gaming wheel, the Wheel of the Year is always in motion, meaning that change is inevitable. Yeah, so I get that. I'm still learning, you guys, but I learned this from my other deck, and it's, you know, it says change is inevitable. At some point, the wheel turns. So maybe you're shocked to get this message or this positive omen. You're like, really? Are you sure? Are you for real? Whatever, this is BS. She just says that to everyone, right? No, this is for real, you guys. This is, like, I'm hanging out with these cards all the time, drawing them, working with them in my own life. Like, I wouldn't be here, like, being all vulnerable on the internet if I didn't, like, trust in these messages I was receiving and given to you guys. I've been getting lots of great feedback about these readings and how accurate they are. And so, like, I want you to know, if you pick this one, like, good things are coming. Because I get this energy that some of you guys who pick this, like, you're so used to the negative. You're so used to bad things happening. You're so used to not being totally fulfilled in this area. You might not know what it feels like to really be fulfilled when it comes to love. And it's possible. There's positive energy coming in for you. New things are happening. So the needle pointing to Yule emphasizes that transition moments from the dark to the light season, suggesting improvement in one's circumstances. Exactly, you're having an improvement here. Just as the seasons are not under our control, there are some things that are simply a matter of luck. When this card appears in a reading, it could indicate the beginning of a long-term upswing of good fortune. That's what I like to hear. Long-term. Long-term, you guys. Long-term upswing of good fortune. Lasting up to 6 months, same as the light and dark seasons of the ancient world. Other cards in a spread may show what triggers this energy or what area of life is being affected. So if you've been, kind of experiencing some dark energy, you don't feel bad about it, don't feel like a victim to it, don't feel oppressed by it. Just realize, like, it's part of the journey, It helps expose things to you. This is nature at the primal level, where fate may be linked to chaos and chance, allowing a person to benefit through events beyond their control. The actions of others or unexpected events may prove advantageous, offering a lucky break. Since the wheel is always turning, accept and enjoy the good luck when it arrives, for like the seasons, this energy may wane. The passage of the sabbats through the year offers possibilities and opportunities with each new phase, so this could indicate the beginning of a new cycle in one's life. So, they're saying that a card of encouragement, this card, the Wheel of the Year, often turns up in a reading to show a person is on the right track with energy for unexpected progress. Woo! Unexpected progress when it comes to your love life. So I hope that this answered some of your questions. You might just be surprised about what unfolds the next 6 months. So, if you chose the 4th card, my music cut out, but who knows, maybe it's meant to be. Maybe it's so that you can really digest this message here with no distractions. The energy just shifted, like all of a sudden, I don't know if you can tell, like from my tone of voice, like I feel this big shift and I'm grabbing my crystal. I'm just like, what I feel here for you is, you're really worried about what the future is going to bring when it comes to your love life. I mean, obviously, you clicked on this reading, but I feel like this group of people, out of everyone, I'm tapping into the collective energy, and it's like despair and also anxiety, and there's a bit of, it's just like, yeah, you've got some worry because you're desperate. There's like a desperate energy. You really want this area to work out. There could be someone very specific on your mind, and I'm feeling like this energy of like exes, like maybe you're stuck on an ex, or there's something from your past that's coming up. And I also feel the energy of just a couple people who are in a newer relationship who are very worried and fearful about like repeating patterns from the past, and you're coming to this reading because you want to know how this person feels about you. And so they're saying you and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So I'm feeling like there's, whoever is, pick this one, it's like you feel like what you're going through is very complicated. It may or may not be. There could be a very simple solution, but this spiritual journey you're on, it's like this area of your life is really been one that's been testing you and challenging you lately, because I feel all of this red here, and it's like that's your root chakra, and that's connected to like your stability and your security. So for you have a bit of your security and your worth tied into other people, and I've done that along my journey. I've done that, like I've kind of given my power away in that sense of really, I guess, wanting to manifest certain things when it comes to my love life. And even along my earlier journey, struggling with codependency and stuff like that. I'm being like so vulnerable with you guys right now, but I just want you to know, like, if this feels heavy, like, I understand. Like, I've had some of my own personal struggles when it comes to love, and like what I've learned is that not until you can come to a place of feeling like safe and independent and strong on your own. Not until you can come to a place of just like loving yourself and being grounded in that and in your truth and in your authenticity can you truly manifest this harmony when it comes to your love life. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect, you know? You don't have to be like, you know, a spiritual teacher like Teal Swan or like Jesus or something. Although we can all aspire to be, you know, as evolved as we can be while we're here on this earth. You don't have to be perfect. But I am feeling like there's some work that needs to be done here in this energy, and specifically on your root chakra. Maybe look up some root chakra meditations. Start to ground yourself in your own worth. You know, approve of yourself first. You can't expect other people to approve of you until you approve of yourself. And we all struggle, you know, with things that we're self-conscious of and with self-esteem, and that's something I'm really working on my journey right now, is like improving my self-esteem. And so something I would highly recommend is affirmations, because affirmations essentially like brainwash you into what you want to believe, you know. And you want to believe that you're beautiful, you want to believe that you're worthy, you want to believe that you can, you know, manifest these positiveness and abundance when it comes to your love life, you know. But it's hard to do that when your own mind is working against you and you're confused and you have some like a little bit of baggage when it comes to this. Who doesn't have baggage when it comes to love, you guys? That's why we're here, right? That's why we're coming to tarot and looking for answers and stuff. But you know, who doesn't have baggage when it comes to this? And that's what it is. But I see that this situation's being transformed. There's a lot of healing that's coming in right now into your love life. This fire that's burning, I keep going straight to it. I feel like you've had this creative spark come up in you, and you're at a time in your life where you're becoming a little bit more passionate, and you're starting to like think of more ideas and start to think of possibilities. Perhaps you're even reaching out and getting connected with people. But what's holding you back, you know, is this area of your life, your love life. And this is trickling into other areas of your life. And so they're saying, like, move forward on this path. You might be worried about what's going to happen in this situation, or maybe with a specific person. Maybe this is you, and, like, you're looking at this person, but they're, like, focused on something else. Maybe you just feel like you've wasted your time on something or someone. Maybe you're worried and fearful right now, and you're having a hard time seeing the abundance and everything that really truly surrounds you. So there's a lot of energy coming up from this, and the main message is that you are safe and you're protected. Sometimes we forget that, you know, there is certain reasons and certain divine timing and coincidences and miracles and synchronicities that like go into certain situations that involve everyone's growth, and everyone involved learns and grows from these situations. So if there's something happening with a person and you're wondering like why, or is this going to improve, maybe there's something more in this transition in this time and in this energy than you would think. Maybe there's some lessons for you know, to be gleaned here. So I'm going to read you this card. I want to see if this resonates with you when it comes to love. I just got this deck, so I'm still learning it, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of reading. Although, I think I might have pulled it once before. I'm not sure, though. Just turning to the page. I don't even know where everything is in this book either. See, I've got this cool guidebook. Okay. 5 of Chalices. So it says regrets. You know, you've got regrets, stressful relationships, dwelling on the past. Oh my gosh, I was totally saying that. So this says this is a card of emotional upsets, sorrow, and regrets. The time has come to release them and move on with life. Instead of focusing on the unhappy past, one should acknowledge the good things in one's life and go forward with hope and optimism. Yeah, that's what we should do, but it's a lot easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is someone who's stuck, and I know what it's like to feel stuck in the past. I told you guys, I mentioned it before in other readings, I have PTSD, and it's something I'm working through, and I've done really well. I'm doing so great now at managing my symptoms. I've learned so many tools, but the thing is, you know, coming from someone who knows what it's like to, you know, have a hard time and thinking about the past, you know, trying to go back and look for the blessings and look for the silver lining is something that happens. Because I feel like what's going on here when it comes to love, you have a blockage. You're having a hard time pushing through and moving forward to this next phase in your love life, whether that's, you know, manifesting like a union with a soulmate or something, or perhaps it's going to the next level in your current relationship. You know, if you're single, maybe you've been single for a while and you're really just trying to you know, draw and call in that love into your life. You know, maybe what it is that's holding you back is this dwelling on the past and not letting go of things. And so they're saying that, you know, understand that these things that happened in the past are water in the bridge now. And, you know, mourn your loss. Take your time to express yourself, mourn your loss, and hope that better things are coming. You know, you gotta have hope here. That's what they're saying you need. You know, be aware that you're protected, you're safe, and don't forget, like, the universe and, like, the divine, and you gotta go back and think about, remember the good things that happened in your past. I swear there's been at least one miracle in your life. You need to go back and scan, and don't forget the miracles. It's so easy to forget the miracles and to just go straight to the negative things that have happened in your life. And just because that negative energy can be so heavy and so easier to pick up on, I learned that when I first started doing these readings, actually. It was easier for me to pick up on the negative. And you might notice when I start reading, I might start at first pulling out some of, like, the most intense bits of information, because it's big, it's easier to tap into. And then I'll go into, like, the more light and positive aspect. I'm learning how to tap into both sides equally, but it can be that the energy is a little bit denser. And so, you know, go back to your past and, like, you know, you might have to maybe even do a meditation or something to go back and find the light in your past and see how all the things that you've been through, especially when it comes to your love life, has shaped you into the person you've been. For me, every single person I've been with, like, romantically in a love relationship, you know, I can look back because I've done a lot of healing on it, and I'm starting to just appreciate everything I've learned, even some of the horrible things that happened. Not like I'm glad that it happened, and I'm like, I wouldn't thank those people for it, but I've chosen to make those things the catalyst for my greatest good. I'm choosing to use, you know, those lessons as inspiration to fuel me for the future, and I think that that's something beautiful that can come out of the darkness of the past. And they're saying, you know, I'm gonna pull a clarifier, one more card for you to see, like, how you can move past this. They want you to know you're safe. They want you to remember, like, your connection with the universe, because sometimes when you're really lost when it comes to love, you can start to feel like the whole world's against you, and you can feel really blocked and upset. So what can help and block this, you know, your love life? What can help open you up to moving forward? What can help you feel more safe? Let's see. Dedication. So the hope that's coming through for you is to stay dedicated to this path. This is someone who's, you know, they've loosened all their arrows. Maybe this is all people you've asked out. Maybe you, like, DM this person on Tinder and they were like, no. And then you, like, hit up this person, they were like, no. And then, like, you asked this person on a date and they were like, no. And, like, 50 people have turned you down and you just want to give up. Or it's, or maybe that's how it feels for you. I'm just kind of giving, like, an example. But if that's you, you know, they're saying, get creative. Maybe try a different approach. That's what she's doing right here. She's staying dedicated to her path and she's trying a new approach. So sometimes when it comes to love, a new approach is needed. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So maybe there's something different you need to do here this time. You know, ponder that, meditate on that, think about that. Maybe you need to move forward in a different light here. Maybe you need to put yourself out there in a different way. Maybe you need to search elsewhere. Maybe you need to stop for a while. If you've been really searching for love and pushing hard, maybe you've been pushing too hard and you need to take a break and allow it to come to you. If you've just been sitting around expecting it to come to you and it hasn't, maybe you need to get up and get out there and go take action. So I definitely encourage you to meditate. Do some root chakra clearings, and maybe look up some like open to receive love meditations. YouTube has so many, and I'm hoping to make my own soon here in the future. Maybe I'll do them like ASMR style or something. So I hope that you guys really enjoy this readings and that this provided you clarity. Definitely check out more of my pick a card readings, and if you're interested, I also do personal readings, so check out the description below. Peace out.